Greetings and welcome to this week's Midweek Meditation with the Minister. I'm Reverend Don Fortune of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of the South Jersey Shore. We're in Galloway, New Jersey, and we meet for worship on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Zoom, and we'd love for you to join us. You can find us on our website at uucsjs.org. There's a live link right there that'll bring you to our worship service. So it is March 31st, and we are in the last week of Lent. Tomorrow is Monday, Thursday, and it is a time to be thinking about death and resurrection and becoming and emerging and deep change. And it's also springtime, so that brings those things as well. And so I have a piece I'd like to share with you today by American author and a self-help author, Elizabeth Lesser. And I'm going to offer this to you, and then I'll chat about it in a minute. So Elizabeth Lesser writes, "The great loneliness, like the loneliness a caterpillar endures when she wraps herself in a silky shroud and begins the long transformation from chrysalis to butterfly. It seems we too must go through such a time, when life as we know it, as we have known it, is over, when being a caterpillar feels somehow false, and yet we don't know who we are supposed to become. All we know is that something bigger is calling us to change. And though we must make the journey alone, and even if suffering is our only companion, soon enough we will become a butterfly. Soon enough we will taste the rapture of being alive." Words by Elizabeth Lesser. In Christianity, the story goes that Jesus was killed on Good Friday, and he descended into the land of the dead for 3 days before he emerged on Sunday morning, arisen. And it is a thing he had to do alone. And that sounds a lot like what Elizabeth Lesser is talking about when a caterpillar wraps up and becomes a chrysalis to emerge as a butterfly. It is a thing they can only do alone. It's not something they can do in pairs or in groups or in community. That sort of deep personal change has to come alone. Now, as a minister, I'm also aware that we need community to help us on the journey as we explore deep personal change. And so I want to encourage you to explore what you might become, to explore the possibilities, knowing that there's a lot of stuff you are the only one who can do it. You're the only one who can bring yourself to those places. You're the only one who can explore your truth. But I want you also to know that there's a community of people also dedicated to that same journey, each on their own journey. But we gather in community so that we can support each other in that journey. One of the most fascinating things about the caterpillar to butterfly story, metaphor, is that before emerging as a butterfly, the caterpillar first is reduced to soup. It's reduced to liquid. It is completely dissolved. All the things that it once was are reduced to their primordial parts and then reassembled with an exoskeleton and with wings that are fragile and beautiful and strong. But it is that time in the soup that must be spent alone. And then when the butterfly emerges, they often live in community with other butterflies. And so, welcome to spring. We are approaching Easter, a time when we consider death and resurrection and profound change. And I encourage you to be brave and take those kinds of steps, knowing that there is a community where you can be and be supported in that journey. May it be so. That's it for this week's Meditation with the Minister. I hope you'll join us on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern, uucsjs.org. There's a live link right there to our worship service. If you can't catch it at 10 a.m. Eastern, you can always check it out on YouTube later on that afternoon, and it's available from thenceforth. Be well, stay safe, get your shot when it's your turn, and stay healthy. I want to see you in this time. Take care.